Today I'm going to tell you guys a couple of stories. Stories that involve testosterone and veins, bulging veins, big balls and little balls, road rage and driving and fighting. Now, many times in my life, I've been put into a situation where I had to choose between fight or flight. I'm sure everyone has, but me probably more than most, seeing as how I have a very confrontational personality. I am Italian. I suppose it's the curse of my family because all of us seem to have tempers. Many of the times when I get put into a position to fight or flight, I choose flight because you never know what's gonna happen. What happens if they call the police and then you go to jail for a felony because you put your hands on somebody? What happens if they have a gun or a knife and they stab you and you die? You never know what's gonna happen. So in order to avoid a negative consequence, I run away.
You're a pussy.
After running away enough times, it made me feel like I was a coward. And despite the advice from my parents, to walk away means that you're the bigger person. As far as my inner beliefs were concerned, that was unjustified because it left me with a feeling of cowardice. I had to live with myself after that. And people would say, no, you did good. That was the right thing to do. I don't think so. I think standing up for yourself when you're in the right is the right thing to do. Today was one of those times. Going up the road near my house, driving my girlfriend to work on a 3-lane road, and there was a red light, and there was a truck at the light in the middle lane. Only person on the road besides me. So in order not to have to wait behind him, obviously if there's 3 lanes and 2 are open, I'm going to go into the lane to the left of you so that when the light turns green, I can go at my own pace and I have to wait for you. As we go, I notice that he floors it and starts way out accelerating me. I noticed that in California especially, people have an ego when it comes to driving, and he was going fast enough that I couldn't get around him. It was a working theory. So as we're driving along, he changes lanes into my lane, and I make a lane change to the middle lane so I could stay out from behind him. He's driving about 50, I'm going 55, and I'm coming up behind him. As I get to about where his rear bumper is, he floors it again. Now I'm confirmed that he does not want me to drive past him. Now I realize it's a race. He does not want me to drive past him, and I don't give a f***. Because now I want to. So I hit my gas, and as I'm about to pass him this time, he wildly lane changes and swerves into my lane, nearly hitting me. I change lanes to the right and accelerate past him and get in front of him. And then I slam on my brakes because I was like, how fucking dare you try to run me off the road just because I was gonna pass you? This isn't fucking Death Race 3000. You're not fucking Mad Max. This isn't fucking Road to whatever that movie's called. I was probably wrong. This action angers him. He pulls up next to me as we're driving down the road, rolls his window down, and he's like, you motherfucker! You motherfucker! You motherfucker! He's like, roll down your window! So I roll my window down, and then I say, fuck you! And he starts yelling at me, blah, blah, I don't remember because I really wasn't paying attention. So I say to him, you wanna have a conversation right now? Fuck you! And then he throws something at my car. And then he was like, pull over right now, pull over. And I was like, you wanna fight? And he was like, yeah, pull over. Now in my head, I'm like, here's the fight or flight response. Hello again, you oppressive, cold-hearted bitch. Time to make a choice. So the recall of all of the times where I felt like a coward kicked in. This time, I will pull over. So I said, let's pull over. And he was like, yeah, let's pull over. I see a park coming up on the right-hand side, and I change lanes into the turn lane for the park. He moves over behind me, sort of, to pull over too. And just as I'm about to turn right to turn into the parking lot, he goes flying past me, keeps going down the road like he tricked me. You tried to run me off the road, and then you threw something at my car, and then you wanted to fight, and then I accept your challenge to fight, and then you leave? You're not allowed to leave? So I drive after him a little bit and pull up next to him at a light again, and then he says, what's your problem, man? I had to swerve out of the way. There was something in the road. Lies. What's your problem? If there's something in the road, you f***ing hit the brakes or check your mirror before you go wildly swerving into my lane. So he says, look, I have no problem kicking your ass if you want to. And I said, I gave you the chance to fight. You chickened out. Now you want to tell me you're going to kick my ass? I'll fight you right now. But then he goes, what's your problem, man? Oh, the light's green. And then he zooms off. Story number 2. This was a few years ago. I was going to the gym at LA Fitness. Here's the layout of the parking lot so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm walking down the road in the middle, about a couple feet away from the curb. Now, there's no other cars on that road. A car comes turning around that road. Now, he could easily drive around me, seeing as how it's such a wide road, but instead of doing that, he pulls right up to me and honks his horn. Because in his mind, I'm the one who needs to move for him because I'm a pedestrian, he's a car, and I'm in the road or whatever. He told himself to justify this ridiculous bullshit. So I step off to the side and I'm like, what the hell? He sees me in his rearview mirror throwing my hands up. He slams on the brake, throws it in reverse, and starts flooring it back to get get back to me. Now, I know based on the way he's acting and what just happened, you know, power of deduction, I realize he's coming back to overpower me and threaten me and to try to beat me up. Because in his mind, I undermined him and he's about to come back and alpha dog me into submission. As soon as I see him backing up, I walk around to where the driver's side is. I immediately start yelling at him. Get the fuck out of your car! Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out of your car right now! Get out! Now he rolls his windows down about that much and goes, "You're an asshole," and then he drives away. Now, I am not condoning being a bully, trying to overpower people, or road rage, or any of that. But what I am saying is that sometimes it is important as a man to stand up for yourself in a confrontational situation such as these. Yes, there might be a negative outcome, but sometimes it's better to find out and to stand up for yourself in the society that promotes being the pacifist. Just be the bigger man and let them beat the shit out of you and walk away and never stand up for yourself. In order to build the belief in your subconscious that you have the capability to stand up for yourself, it takes experience in the situations where the fight or flight response takes place and you choose to fight. As a man, it is important for us guys to stand up for ourselves when the time is right. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it entertaining and enjoyable. And if you did, I hope that you hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and even share with your friends if you want to. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye. And he says, "You want to fight? Pull over! Pull over!" Saying mean things like, "Fuck you, what's your problem? You can't do that? You think you are? Your truck is blue. Blue's the color of dickhead. You have a blue truck, you must be a dickhead. Suck my dick. Suck my big fat fucking dick. Dick face."